So, did you guys hear about the recent news from the mayor's office about the expansion of the navigation team?
Sorry, say again.
I said navigation team.
Sorry, say again. What is that?
Wait, are you asking me? I can't hear you.
Sorry, you said the navigation team?
Yeah, the navigation team.
Guys, I'm gonna need you to speak up.
Okay. Sorry. One more time. What are you talking about?
Navigation team.
Sorry, Colin, are you? I can't hear you.
Fuck it.
Your tattoos are so deep, they really make me think. And your life is so.
Welcome to Seattle Sucks, everyone.
Enjoying your off-brand Oreos there, Alex?
Yeah, Colin, thank you for bringing these lovely treats.
It's a seafair treat.
Yeah, happy Seafair, everyone.
And a Merry Seafair to you.
Yeah, welcome back to Seattle Sucks. I am your host, Alex, and I am joined here with my partners in crime, Greg
Hey.
and Colin.
Hi.
And I think John's going to call in too. So
Yeah, John is our banality of local politics correspondent, and we've got some of that today.
yeah, I can't wait. But sorry, I apologize. I was enjoying a delicious duplex creme. So Colin likes to punish us by bringing us treats from 7-Eleven. And I am a glutton for punishment and a glutton for duplex creme. That should be our new sponsor.
Yeah. 7-Eleven brand duplex creme. Now, it's just that this is the only time Colin gets out of the house, and he's
true.
not allowed to eat like this at home.
Well, I am, but
Or he has like some kind of guilt complex in front of his wife and child that he just can't be seen to eat like that.
yeah.
Or he doesn't
I'm
want
one of those secret eaters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
well,
have
you-
a secret eating life.
You have a shelf in the bathroom. You keep all your treats. And then you just lock the door. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. There's hiding spots everywhere.
So I'm
I mean, in my yard. You think I'm watering, but really I've hidden snacks in the bark. I go out there, grab some
you
snacks.
suburban fuck. You love watering that lawn.
No,
dude.
I hate it.
Every
I
fucking
really
time.
hate it.
Every time I come to his house, he's out there watering his damn grass. Oh my god.
Someone's got to keep watch.
It's
Who
a brain
watches the
disease.
Watchmen?
It's
It
a
is-
brain
it is a
disease
brain
that's like
disease.
eating away his brainstem. It's called suburbanism.
I've thought about this a lot because as somebody who has goals and other hobbies,
Squad goals?
squad goals, like finding the latest Oreo knockoff cookie that I can subject my friends to. It's like, what do all these... how empty is your life if this is the thing that you do? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you see
yeah.
all these people gardening on the weekend, and it's kind of like, are you okay?
No, I mean I can't get like working with nature could be positive in some way. If you're really gardening, you're like getting in with the plants. If you're just watering your sod, like that's some kind of psychosis, because the answer, especially in this climate where, you know, during the summer the grass goes brown here. It
Yeah.
doesn't fucking rain.
Well, if you don't water it enough, it'll go.
If you don't water a lot and super regularly, it'll go dormant. The answer is to not have fucking grass. Like, why is a lawn the negative space of suburbia? Why? Doesn't make any sense. Put a fucking gravel pit, or put some kind of native plants there that like actually will just take care of their shit. You know? Mm-hmm. And if you want a little patch of lawn that's actually just for a purpose, like you want a little place to like sit down in a picnic in your backyard, or like to walk on, but that's not the mode. That's like the English garden lawn or whatever. But the mode in American suburbia it's the negative space. It's the fill.
Yeah.
But I feel like in Seattle, the lawn's primary function is a place for you to express your political views on any various sign that you want to post, or
We've got to be a sign-rich city, right?
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely. Like on my block alone, at the height of the sign rage that happened, like right when Trump got elected, and we all got like super liberal because we had to resist. They're like literally probably 8 houses had the same exact sign, which is the the recitation of what it takes to be a liberal in Seattle. Which
In
is
this
like,
house, we don't.
well,
we
that's
believe
funny. It's
in
because
whatever.
Yeah.
like that we're so committed to the lawn sign that was a popular one. All it's basically saying is not racist here.
Right.
You
oh,
know?
totally. Yeah.
Like, and it's like that's not like.
Oh, thank God. Okay. My
Like-
neighbors aren't like part of the KKK. All right. Good to know.
It's like it's not even like an endorsement of something positive. Like it's just a nope. We're not racist. This is not a Nazi home here. It's not like a next level like positive message about something.
No.
People felt they needed to come out and make sure. That's fucking sad.
It's pretty good. So I was looking into the sign because I just thought it was so weird, and I think I found the original creator of the sign.
Yeah.
It's sort of iffy as to who actually did it first, but she claims to be the original creator, and I kind of want to do a whole episode about that because she is just like your basic, like she has no idea what she's talking about. Like basically, she's like the first thing I put on there was Black Lives Matter. And then she talks about how all lives matter really, and then she just starts talking about like life or whatever, and you're like, whoa,
Right, but
like,
that's perfect.
that's how bleak it is.
That's a
right?
fucking
like,
Seattleite,
It's like
right?
not
That's so
even like
Seattle.
she can't even stick to the message. She
No
immediately
fucking-
like flips to the all lives matter like mode, I think she's wearing like a disco ball helmet. So I mean,
No,
it's
but that's
not
like that's so that there's no ideology there.
Zero
There's
ideology.
No, like it's just not racist, and not even in not in an immediately diluted way too. No, there's nothing radical there. You're not standing up for anything. Just like announcing the blandest. I'm not an asshole. At least as far as I know. Thing that we need to change actually, because it's amazing how those things do like populate. Like when one of them becomes popular, this whole city has it on their fucking lawn, and it's almost like you could do a different like bandwagon as a metaphor is like really dated. At least in Seattle, I think you could like it's like getting on the lawn. Everyone's jumping on the lawn with this candidate or whatever. Everyone's staking their lawn. That's good, right?
That's what we like
It's
to
great, and we're using it.
do. Yeah, I dig it. I don't know. Well, I feel like it's a little off topic, but the video is so good, and it was like I had to like hunt it down, and I thought I lost it when I reformatted my computer, but it was saved to the cloud. So fuck yeah, cloud rules.
Thank you,
Nothing
cloud.
will ever be forgotten. It'll all be in the cloud. Don't worry. So I'll play that for everybody. That'll be a treat, a bonus episode treat.
Ooh.
Maybe it'll just be that audio from that clip.
John, good to hear from you, man. We want to hear your take. Let's just start it out hot and fresh. Like, tell us about the what the fuck is it called?
The Innovation Advisory Council.
Sizzle.
Oh, cool. First time, long time.
This is how we do things now, man. It's just hit you up.
I think it's visionary transformational leadership.
Awesome.
Dude, that's like 10 out of 10. You said all the buzzwords. Amazing. So what we're talking about is the latest, greatest export from the City of Seattle, which is our brand new Innovation Advisory Council, which if you're not just jazzed to hear that, then you're really missing out.
I think we should hear it straight from the horse's mouth, right? Should we read that press release?
Yeah, we can do that. I don't know if I have the actual press release or if this is paraphrasing.
Whatever.
Well, but the language was so bad. So let me see if I can find
It's
the actual verbatim one.
what's that game where you fill in the words? you
Mad
know?
Libs?
Yeah, it literally we could Mad Libs this statement pretty easily.
Yeah.
Just like you get 1 synergy, 2 creative
Vibrancy.
Inventing the future. That was one.
Don't forget
That was horrific.
urban vibrancy.
Urban vibrancy. Inventing the future. Yeah, it's good.
Wow, dude, inventing the future. That's a
Solutions, accountability.
I think this is the same copy. Okay, sorry about that. Mayor Durkan announces new Innovation Advisory Council to address city's most urgent challenges.
All right.
At Zillow Group in Seattle, Mayor Jenny A. Durkan signed an executive order to launch the city's first ever Innovation Advisory Council. With
Well, if there had been one before, we wouldn't need one now because all of our problems would have been solved. So it's a little, that sort of goes without saying.
That's true. With initial commitments by Amazon, Artifact Group, Expedia Group, Flying Fish, Microsoft, Tableau, Technology Access Foundation, Washington Technology Industry Association, and
What is
Zillow
Flying
Group.
Fish? What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Is that a tech company?
Some kind of innovator, so probably.
Mayor, keep going. I'm gonna look up Flying Fish.
Mayor Durkan will bring together some of the region's most innovative companies and organizations to address the city's most urgent challenges.
Unto our God.
Through this executive order, Mayor Durkan is establishing the Innovation Advisory Council, a new collaboration with Seattle's technology community that will better highlight technology solutions
Oh, dude,
to
we
help
missed,
with
we
our
missed
homelessness
collaboration in the list previously.
affordability crisis. So, homelessness and affordability crisis.
Flying Fish is a restaurant.
Do not be alarmed, listener. This is Colin from the future. I'm here to tell you that we made a mistake when we identified Flying Fish as a restaurant. There is a restaurant. It's in South Lake Union. You should check it out if you have the chance. But the Flying Fish from the Mayor's Innovation Advisory Council is Flying Fish Partners, which is a venture capital firm. Sorry about that mistake. Please hang in there, and hopefully you'll find the mistake as funny as we do in retrospect.
What?
It says Flying Fish Restaurant
Did they
plus
just
bar
cater the event?
takes
Is that-
pride in being a premier Seattle restaurant for seafood dining.
That's
gotta
prob-
be something
That's probably
else.
what it
Or
was.
they just
They're probably
catered the
sitting
event.
around in a room, and she like saw their logo and said "Flying Fish."
No, I mean, if
And
they
some
catered
caterer
the big
was
event,
standing around like
they catered the event, and they're one of the sponsors. You know, they probably they did it. They're probably the only company that's actually like put up any capital investment into this project because they probably did it gratis.
How amazing would it be if it was like
We're making this up.
the Innovation Advisory Council, headed by Zillow, Amazon, Microsoft,
Ivers.
Taco Del Mar.
Don't fucking get me started on that fish taco.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Yeah, we won't.
Okay, continue.
Seattle.
Flying Fish got in by mistake and they thought it was a tech company. And they're like,
No,
fuck,
it
too
sounds
late
it sounds like
exclude
a
them.
yeah. You're like, oh, that's legit. Sure.
Seattle is a city that has always invented the future. Working together, we have to seize the opportunity to address our shared challenges in new and innovative ways. Seattle and the surrounding Puget Sound region have the most innovative companies right here in our own backyard. Bringing them together to address our pressing affordability crises will help us find and implement long-lasting, positive change that will help to improve our city, said Mayor Durkan.
But will it forestall the inevitable use of the guillotine? That's the real question. Fuck off. Oh my God.
It's terrible.
Coming together, new and innovative. This, no, we've used this exact language over the last 6 months to parody this shit. New and innovative ideas. It's very simple. We don't. None of this is new. People have been poor since the dawn of time, and it's because somebody else has their fucking money.
Well, totally. And this is just so reflective of the lionization and deification of technology companies in culture right now.
Oh yeah, this is a really particularly debasing example of that. A really pathetic, groveling.
Yeah, when it comes from the government to say we don't know what we're doing.
There was a great tweet where someone was like, Mayor Durkan forgets how government works and hires an advisory consults
local
wizards.
wizards. Yeah, that was the Queen Anne Greenway account,
Yeah.
I think.
Shout out Queen Anne Greenway.
Yeah.
That was fucking hilarious. And it's exactly what it is. It's like, did we forget what government is?
Yeah.
It's like, I
Oh,
don't know.
it is like a king reaching out to the wise men.
But this also goes to something that we were saying before we were recording, I think, about the technocracy and the ruling of experts.
Yeah,
right?
that's
It's
that's the only way we can conceive as a society to solve a problem is the smartest experts in the field, usually in this case not even remotely in the field, just
Yeah.
any field, just the smartest experts we can find have to come together and find new and innovative solutions. Basically, the wise men need to come before the king and give over the secret of alchemy to turn dog shit into gold. Because I mean, what I don't know what
Yeah.
else.
The language is such of a true believer, though. She thinks they're going to do something.
I have real trouble with that. Like I do think there, because yes, she's a corporatist liberal Democrat. Yes, they do actually believe that, you know, coming together for new and innovative solutions is the answer to every fucking problem. But at the same time, they have to have known, writing that press release and coming up with this whole concept, that they had to have been able to see the very obvious criticisms that they will get from all sides on this. And I think it comes back to my feeling that at the end of the day, they are willing to look stupid to stand up for their bizarre centrist beliefs. Like, they're willing to totally debase themselves by going like, we don't know, we couldn't possibly come up with solutions, so we're going to bring in these billionaires.
Yeah. And
They're willing to do that.
sure, and they do look especially stupid, considering I believe at least two of those companies, Amazon obviously, and I thought Zillow, were very vocal opponents of the employee head tax. So the very people that dismantled the thing that
The simple solution.
the government had attempted to
like
do.
the non-innovative like solution, progressive taxation.
Yeah.
But that's
and this is what Brett.
so really we only need innovative solutions because we've been hobbled with regards to the simple solutions by these same innovators.
I do think the idea of the non-tech group is pretty funny. What I already forgot the name of this information advisory team. What was information?
It's a
innovative.
It's
What
Innovation
what if it was like?
Innovation Advisory Council.
What if they did roll out like Taco Del Mar, Bartels, Dick's Hamburgers? Like, they're gonna fucking solve homelessness.
No, but that's literally like what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Like you literally like it's like you might as well just start name checking like Reuben's Brews, like all the microbreweries
Guys,
are
you
coming
are talking
together.
about what is it called? 21st Century Seattle, Saul Spady's Facebook
yeah.
group or whatever.
Uh-huh.
That's like what that is, you know.
Well, yeah, this is like trickle down innovation. I think.
Oh man, it's Durkanomics, dude.
Yeah.
The Durkanomics of trickle down innovation. Holy shit.
God, how quickly they forgot about Saul, though, man. They're like, later, dude. We're hanging out with Zillow now.
Yeah, they wouldn't even let him cater the event. Apparently, he could have been the flying fish. He could have said Dick's right there. But,
Dude, Bezos ain't showing up for Dick's Burgers, dude. Like,
yeah, that's a good
it's
point.
not happening.
Hey, Colin, I missed in the release. Can you read those commitments they made? I was just curious.
Yeah. So I'll continue here. The Innovation Advisory Council will act as an advisor on issues and policies affecting the city, where data and technology solutions could be of benefit. Specifically, the IAC will focus on issue identification, which, yeah, can you even believe? That's the thing they're leading with.
Identification.
Well, they're going to be the ones who are apparently going to be dictating policy, right? I mean, that's
Like,
what that means.
What are they? They're saying like we are so fucking stupid. We have to hire these people to tell us that homelessness is a problem, that our economy doesn't work for everybody.
Well, but that's not what they're
That's
going
how
to tell us.
fucking no, right.
What if they don't identify homelessness as a problem?
They won't.
We're going to work on traffic.
Right. No. That's real, dude. Because if anything, what they are going to say, it says like where data and communication system, can be
Of
benefit.
yeah.
What basically they're a consulting firm to design products. It's a marketing thing. It's like
Yeah.
the market. It's the new marketing department for these companies and their services that builds a market, the city, for a product that they can then sell them. What other possible scenario is this?
No, you're right on, because it continues. issue identification, policy recommendations, and project implementation of technology solutions, including new data analytics.
Wow.
Ooh. Dashboards.
Fuck. You are fucked when the solution involves dashboards.
dashboard?
That means nothing's getting done at all.
Can you imagine coming into work every day? You see some dashboard that's like number of homeless people dead overnight. And it's like 2 and yeah. Anyway,
In the homeless command center,
yeah,
it's like
the number of homeless keeps ticking up. Well, that dashboard just won't exist.
big screens and like people in headsets, like mission control
Yeah.
for homelessness.
No, some schlup at Tableau is going to have to make a traffic dashboard, and it'll be fucking amazing.
Well, I think
it'll also cost $1 million.
But this goes to this whole
For a
like,
dashboard.
conservative trope of the accountability, which we'll talk about, I think. In their mind here, before we can solve problems, before we can even in a targeted way help people who are dying on the streets or remake our economy in a way, before we can have those, we need to make damn sure we can count every single one of those. Like, we need to know down to the person how poor they are, how homeless they are, what are their problems, like, and then once we can quantify that exactly with data, we can then build a responsible plan that will have accountability and benchmarks, and we'll be able to track it. Because if you can't do all those things, you can't effectively actually help people.
Yeah,
Right.
and we need to A/B test too. That's at least 4 years of A/B testing.
The solution to homelessness is going to have to go through the same level of like testing and review that like a cure for AIDS would at the FDA. Basically, if the city and Durkan has her way.
They're going to roll it out, and there's just going to be one big metric on the dashboard. It's number of new taxes, and as long as it's 0, we're in the green.
Success. Metrics for success.
We've narrowed it down to one key KPI, which is the number of any kind of reasonable legislation being passed.
Well, we joke too, and this is so emblematic of neoliberalism and wonkery, the persistent and
No, this is exactly like
insane auditing.
Yeah, the weird auditing and the whole like Obamacare, like we'll make a website that everyone can go to and buy healthcare from, and it'll be cool. You'll be able to compare plans, and it's just that bullshit of like that nobody went to the website, it didn't work, nobody liked it.
If you did, you didn't. It wasn't fun for you,
Right.
Like no one.
You weren't like, oh, gee, this is a great new thing. I can look at all the shitty insurance policies I can buy. It's gonna be the same thing. We're gonna have a website. God knows what, and it's gonna suck. And then the whole idea of this is just to like make sure that we're not passing new taxes. So as long as that gets
Yeah.
done, it's fine.
Yeah, it's like in the service of not passing any new taxes, the Durkan City Hall is willing to look stupid and tread water till they run out the clock,
Indefinitely.
basically. Yeah.
So it says members and their businesses will commit to helping deliver these technology solutions.
Deliver like on a contract.
Deliverables, yes.
Yeah. Like when we hire them on an expensive contract, like
Yeah, I know. I saw some tweet from somebody that speculated we were going to get free labor, and I was just kind of like, there's no way these companies are going to do any of this for free. The
No.
city's going to be paying
right,
them.
they're going to work out products to sell the city. That's all this
Yeah.
is saying.
So the co-chairs of the Innovation Advisory Council are Aman Bhutani, the president for Brand Expedia Group.
That's awesome.
Andrew Beers, chief technology officer for Tableau. Trish Molinas Zico, co-founder and executive director of the Technology Access Foundation, and Tanya Peck, senior VP and general manager for Artifact Group.
This whole thing, I was saying this earlier, but it's like, this is like a parody out of like a 5-year period, the last like 5 years of the Obama administration. If you read in the Baffler, this is like basically what it was about. Every city doing shit like this, and it's literally like a parody. I think there are parody articles literally from the Baffler in that period. Literally, read exactly like this.
Yeah, or it's like Listen Liberal too. Again, Thomas Frank talks about these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is bad. This is terrible. This is awful news. Your city won't be doing anything for the next 3 years or whatever. But on top of that, the whole idea of this is to create apps. I'm not joking. Like the main the point of this is not policy or anything like that. It's to create a product, a deliverable that is an app. So we're going to have an app soon. Seattle's, I bet Durkan's that's going to be our re-election campaign. It's like, the tests are done and we're finally going to release it. But if you want to see the app, the Seattle app.
This is what this then, what that means is what this is a response to the attention caused by Day's article in the Atlantic pointing out that Find It, Fix It was being used to just find and seek and destroy homeless people.
Yeah.
And so what they said, their solution was, oh shit, this app is being used improperly. We need an app that's designed from the ground up to help citizens identify and target homeless people for deportation into the sea.
Yeah, it was really bumming me out because I read the Times piece and then I read the comments, as I always do, and people were asking for that ability. They were basically asking for an app where they could identify homeless people that needed to be removed. So there are people that aren't even aware that you can do that and Find It, Fix It, and they literally want that.
Well, we should link to Day's piece for them so they know
that it exists.
God, this is so fucking depressing. Well, what does the Times say? Are we going to read the Times piece too?
Yeah, we can do that. So, I mean, to John's point, there are no real commitments. It's all very vague, hand-wavy. Services are going to be provided. We don't know what they are. We don't know when we'll see them. We don't know how much it will cost.
Right. If they were going to give it for free, or if this was coming with like a dollar amount, they would be upfront with that. They'd be saying that now, which means that's all this is. They're going to charge for this shit.
Yeah.
Or they'd be leading with the fact that they weren't.
Right.
It's also, whenever these task force are announced or whatever, they're always inherently vague. Anyway, this is like incredibly vague even for what this is. Like there is no commitment at all. Not a single thing.
It's like a plan to innovate. That's it.
They didn't even announce the full membership or like a meeting schedule. Like there's nothing. There's nothing.
God damn. It's like, I mean, it's a classic American like blue ribbon commission, but like even lamer. Like it's not like these people, they don't have, it's not like an investigation with subpoena power or something. It's like a golf game between these guys to like talk about how we can make a better Find It, Fix It app for like heat-seeking missiles so that you can call in an airstrike. So like a Magnolia resident can like literally call in an airstrike on a homeless tent, They can paint the target with their smartphone, with their iPhone.
Yeah.
And like a drone just launches a missile and then obliterates them. That's all they could that'd be innovation
Or synergy of technology at least. But.
Well, I think we're all looking forward to what comes out of this Innovation Advisory Council. I know I'm excited. I'm super pumped, jazzed that finally we're going to get some real solutions that the city needs. So
Yeah, I have to say, in earnestness and honesty, especially after the episode we did with Day, where he was very down on what the future holds for the city because of Durkan's regime, is that this was truly horrible news. I mean, this was about the worst news I think we possibly could have got, because as Greg and I talked in one of our episodes, there's kind of no clear way forward, and the fight that we'll have as progressives and the left it's even harder now. I mean, she's just doubling down on doing nothing.
Well, it's a big fucking sandbag, this thing. Like,
yeah, but I know we can't afford to do that, though. I mean, like, if you care about people, we can't afford to do that. If you don't care about people, then I guess we can introduce more process, but nothing is going to change in a meaningful way.
Our system is designed to make people poorer, so it's a machine for putting people out of their homes and livelihoods. So until that changes, but yeah, no. Look, there are vast forces arrayed against like anyone who gives a shit about a human life, and that Seattle just happens to be like a poster child for that. For capitalism, I think, for neoliberal capitalism.
Yeah.
Like we're in some bizarre way one of the like epicenters of neoliberal mindset.
So, Greg, it sounds like you're a negative on the Innovation Advisory Council. Colin, negative, thumbs up or thumbs down?
I do not rate the app 5 stars, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's at least, at the very least, we'll all be able to rate the app, and that'll be our democratic voice. And it'll be a minimum, there'll be no 0 stars. The minimum will be like 3 stars.
You'll have to buy it first to rate it. It'll be $5. You can vote with your dollar so you can vote with your stars.
And like most apps, all the 5 stars will be just, Romanian bots. Just, yeah. Like, cool, we did it. 10,000 5-star reviews.
That some firm that Durkan consulted with paid for.
Yeah.
That would be great if one of the advisory council things was like just like a review farm. We got it, guys. Don't worry. We got all the key players in place.
It's also a little disappointing that these are the smartest people in the world, and Innovation Advisory Council is the name that the Brain Trust came up with. It just sucks.
Well, it's like you say, it has to be intentionally vague. It can't be the Solving Homelessness Next Week Council, because they're obviously not going to do that. So it has to literally say nothing, or else they'll.
It can't lead with solutions, because there's no guarantee innovation will yield solutions.
They can come to us and say, "We're innovating every day. What are you doing?" And like it's just so nebulous that like
Well, this is what is it the Edison quote? Like, we've just found 99 ways how not to house homeless people.
Exactly. Yeah. They haven't failed yet, and they won't. They'll just keep finding ways to solve the crisis that don't work.
Yeah.
That's what what. And if at least it's comforting to know there's someone out there crossing ideas off the list. Like there's I'm picturing a big blackboard of all the possible solutions, and we're whittling it down.
The last one is always add money, and they just add anytime they get an idea, they just add that before the add money to the system. So do we want to read the Times piece? Durkan has a quote where she says, "What we've heard from company to company as I'm talking to them is, tap us for our know-how. We have some of the most talented people on the globe right
Not
here
our
in
cash,
Seattle,"
obviously.
the mayor said. Yeah.
But that's a roundabout way of saying, don't tap us for money. Do not tax us. I mean, that's like... So again, she's willing to just sound like such a fucking stupid pushover. Like, that's just so...
Again, that's why I think she's a true believer. She doesn't think it's stupid, and a lot of people don't think it's stupid. A lot of people truly love these companies and see them as innovative and the last great hope we have for the future, which is very depressing in its own right. And I think she's one of them.
Oh my God. It's just so hard to wrap my head around. Like,
well, how
to go to someone who just like dick slapped you in the face, refusing to help with something they do have that would definitely make a difference in reordering our society.
Right.
And they said, but go pick my brain, let's do lunch, pick my brain. You can take notes if you like. And,
This is so cliche of the tech world too, this pervasive elitism, and that they know everything, that they have innovative solutions.
They monetized some dumb fucking app. They must be geniuses.
Yeah, they built a web store.
Flying fish. Tap us for our know-how on how to make really delicious shrimp salads.
We know how to feed tech workers.
This was them. For them, this was like a working interview, this dinner about like taking over the commissaries in like...
Yeah. Did you guys hear? Sorry, this is a bit of a tangent, but did you hear about San Francisco? I think it's San Francisco. They're trying to crack down on company cafeterias and commissaries.
Oh, because it's putting restaurants out of business? Because
Which
the
is
only people
fucking
left in that
badass.
town are people who get free lunch from their employer?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. And also, it's such a weird, fucked up system that, like, the comments that I read were mostly like, yeah, this is actually a good idea. Like, it's literally like... Can you imagine the hell world where you just go to the company cafeteria and you never leave your fucking office,
and it puts all
you never communicate with anybody, and you get in your like Lyft or whatever, and some brown dude just drives you home, and then you go home and you turn on your computer again. You don't have to eat anything ever. It's insanity.
You drink your Soylent.
Yeah,
your
so even like
Soylent.
even the tech workers are like, oh,
warm
thank
Soylent
God
to help you sleep.
No, No, you swing by for a rock climbing sesh. Jim.
Yeah, in that equation, you do have to have an urban base camp for a fulfilling life. You know, where everybody knows your name.
I'm cracking myself up at the first meeting of this where the flying fish rep is like, I think there's been a mistake.
No, they turned to him. They're like, "What innovative solutions do you have?"
No, that question was never asked. No, that's how they skirted through. That question was never asked, Colin.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, innovation is like a good in itself. If
Yeah.
someone's innovating somewhere, we're just slowly. It's like crossing things off the list.
It's the
we're slowly
incrementalism.
moving toward the future.
Yeah.
If there's just innovation happening, we're rolling forward, climbing a ladder slowly to eventually achieve, whatever the future is.
Well, I don't know. I'd slightly disagree because I'm at the Flying Fish Seattle website still, and I think their innovation is happy hour all day Sunday.
Ooh,
Damn,
Boom.
that is
You want innovation? You got it.
Are there food deals with that?
$1.25 oyster happy hour all Sunday long.
Hey, that's not bad. Where is that place?
Who knows? It's probably like a cafeteria. It's probably
It's in the Spheres.
It's not even like there's no location. It's just
It's probably in the Spheres.
All right,
Yeah.
so these people are already on my shit list for being associated with this fucking council.
Yeah,
but
collaborators.
I wouldn't. I absolutely. I have no liberal guilt, so I'm not about that shit. But I definitely wouldn't fault anyone for taking them up on, for just like eating them out of oysters on a Sunday.
So there's a few other quotes from this Times piece that are kind of funny. Asked about specifics, the mayor said the participants could help design an app allowing the city and service providers to quickly and easily connect people experiencing homelessness with shelter beds and benefits.
I'm standing up and I'm clapping.
Okay, so shelter beds that we don't have enough of, benefits like what? Like an income? Like
No, not that.
Like what?
You have
like,
to earn an income.
Right. Like, what does the app do to totally reform the economic reality of our society?
Well, wait till you hear it because she's going to tell you. Right now, our navigation team, which you probably couldn't hear over the Blue Angels,
if
but
you're not chilled to the bone by the word navigation team, yeah, we can talk about that later.
That is some dystopic
yeah,
shit.
that's the SS of Seattle in charge of the sweeps. But she says right now our navigation team goes out to make contact with people living on the street.
Make contact.
First contact. And they literally are on their phones calling shelters asking, "Do you have space?" Durkan said. In contrast, I can pick up my phone today and can probably reserve a room on any of the 7 continents, except for maybe Antarctica, for tomorrow, she said.
Okay, they have to do that because there aren't enough beds. They have to call around to find that because...
Yeah, but what if there's an app for that?
And because beds aren't the fucking answer. Like, okay.
Greg, this is innovation because it means somebody doesn't have to answer the phone on the other end and you don't have to call the phone.
Great, so that's...
Also,
Jesus,
have you
that's
tried booking a
innovation.
hotel through one of those fucking websites? It's a nightmare. Can
Yeah.
you
So
imagine getting a
basically,
shelter bed?
it
Their
is
plan
pretty
is to...
awful. Fuck that shit.
So they're expanding the navigation team by, 10 people or something? They're growing it?
Yeah, I think
But the plan
that
of
was
the
number.
app would be to curtail the need for labor on the navigation
Yeah,
team.
it's like
to-
all of the innovation we see.
Right,
is
it's just automation. It's just a way
Yeah.
to pay less people to do less
Right.
shit, which is not in the end helping anybody afford to live in Seattle.
No.
So these first 10 hires, they'll be the first out. These next 10 hires will be the first out when they get laid off when the app comes out, when they don't need all
Probably.
that standing around on the phone time.
Yeah.
It can all be
Yeah.
done by 3 people in the whole city. They drive by and take pictures with their app and it just happens automatically.
Yeah.
Will it interface with Samaritan, though, is the real question.
I don't know. I saw somebody shout out Samaritan on Twitter. It ruled. They're like, what this means is glowing pendants that homeless people have to wear. And I was like, Samaritan, you've made it. This is your come up.
Yeah, how were they not included in that?
I don't know. Maybe they got acquired.
Yeah, we already have an app for homelessness.
Seriously.
And it rules. It's fucking rad, dude. I get to read their little bio
Yeah.
and like maybe donate money if I feel like
Yeah,
it.
it's the marketplace of sob stories.
Well, but here's the thing. Right now, you need two apps. The average Seattle citizen needs two apps. One, if they want to help the homeless person, and that's Samaritan. And a second, if they want to have the homeless person violently deported to like
Erased.
into a sack into
Yeah.
a river somewhere.
Extraordinary
And that's-
rendition.
And that's Find It, Fix It. So if the innovation would be to combine this into one single platform where you can like it's like a swipe right or swipe left. It's like
live or die.
yeah, you decide connect with services or connect with services. It's like one. Yeah, they're both called the same thing, but
Yeah.
one's a heart and one's a death's head.
So there's a few quotes from the companies or representatives of the companies that are pretty funny too. Expedia president Aman Bhutani, a co-chair of Durkan's new group, as we just learned, downplayed the effect of the tax debate being the employee head tax debate. In an interview, Bhutani said his initial goal is to learn more about the city's problems.
Holy shit.
So he must not live here.
We're starting from ground zero. I love this. We're literally tearing it down and like being like, all right, guys, so let's get started on Seattle. Tell me about the city. Where is it? How many people live there?
How was it founded? This is so pervasive in tech. Is this first principles like ground up? Don't be encumbered by previous solutions.
Oh, this is with 0 to 1 or whatever. Some
Yeah.
Peter Thiel shit.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
which is why they're reinventing systems that have existed for hundreds or even thousands of years in some case, or why cryptocurrencies are stumbling through all kinds of scams and frauds and schemes that capital already saw and lived through and mitigated
Yeah.
because they don't care to look backwards. They can only see
See
forwards.
forward. Yeah. Holy shit. That's jaw dropping. Like
It is, yeah, it's astounding. So Steve Schwartz, senior public affairs manager for Tableau, said the head tax debate got corporate leaders talking and thinking about City Hall.
holy shit.
Well, this is the front office going, we got to make changes.
That's amazing. Like the blood in the water from got the sharks coming and
Yeah.
thinking, hey, how do I get a piece of graft and city control?
No, what they're saying is like, wow, we were caught flat-footed having to come out against this thing when we should have been able to like abort it before it was born by being like they had to strangle it in its cradle, right? Like, but like it should have been aborted in the first trimester.
yes.
A secret pregnancy that no one heard about. Because if they were in on the process, they had people in City Hall. They would have been able to like head that off, like with a baseball bat or whatever.
Yeah, well, and to your point, this is they're calling this SIDS, but it was infanticide.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So this Tableau guy says, it catalyzed a lot of conversations within the business community, Schwartz said. I talked to more of my counterparts
Catalyzed conversations.
in other
What a
companies
fucking tool.
in the last 3 months than in the last 3 years. So
Why do I care?
I-
He's talking about his golf games that
Right.
were
Yeah.
put together, like predicated on the need to discuss, like
the foundation of Golf's Gulch.
how, yeah, exactly, like and how best to smother a baby with a pillow, like
Dude.
okay, who's gonna step out front? It's like whipping votes in the Senate. It's like okay, who's gonna go out and who's gonna put their dick out in the wind on this one? And who, they drew straws and like Saul Spady stepped forward, I guess. I don't know. So that the rest of them can come in on the back end and pretend to be for positive, innovative solutions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd put even money that we never hear of this again. Like this is
Wow.
like there'll be one meeting, they'll all look around and be like, this doesn't make any sense at all. And that's it.
Or they'll like, because they're so they do believe in themselves so deeply in their innovation and this whole first principles concept, what they'll do is they'll throw representatives in a room, and they'll actually hire like 4 people to actually do an initial study of like finding what all about Seattle and the identifying issues. And that study will be made in total earnestness because they're so fucking like they believe in their ability to find the future. They need to start with zero. They're not politically savvy, clearly. They'll hire people to do this study that breaks down the problems, and then it'll inevitably be very clear what the problems are and what the solutions are, and someone will leak that study, and once again it'll say like, oh yeah, we just need to tax these people a lot more and pay for and reorder the economy. Just
Turns
like
out
that
money
chamber
helps.
study that came out during the head tax debate. It's like if they're not like if they don't have PR and like political people like watching like a hawk over the people making these white papers, they're just going to turn out with the obvious solutions.
Yeah.
And then those will be leaked.
Yep.
I don't know. There could be like some weird outcome like we didn't even see coming. Like we're gonna build a second Space Needle. It'll be fucking rad. It'll be like the twin towers. It'll be the twin needles.
Oh fuck!
I think
Space Needle 2, the solution to homelessness.
they're gonna
That brings people together, Alex. Don't underestimate a second Space Needle. I think you're onto something.
You could
why just
string tin cans between the two, and homeless people could like dialogue
Converse.
their problems.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
innovation.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, one of them is a tourist trap, and the other one's some weird panopticon.
But
think
the
it's
second
with a restaurant in it.
The second the city tries
A
to
flying
decide
fish.
where the second the city tries to decide where to put that second Space Needle, the process will all fall apart. There'll be like a site confirmed and announced, and then
Yeah.
they'll pull back on it. Then there'll be like a panel. Then there'll be a campaign to like save a neighborhood or improve one, or like NIMBYs, YIMBYs.
If we're lucky, the most non-damaging thing that can come out of this is just some bullshit thing like we're rebuilding Safeco Field. It's old, it's out of date, it needs to be updated. No one wants to go there anymore.
You can't even order food from your seat. I mean,
Jesus.
how innovative is that?
So yeah, we need to tear it down, and we'll just build a cool new one. It'll hold more people, and there'll be like smartphone integration. That's the best we can hope for, because the worst is just nothing happening, and the problem just getting worse and worse.
Wait, they could in this new stadium, or even at Safeco, they could like have like an Airbnb style beds app that like
Hotels.com.
allows you to homeless people to book an unused like skybox, like corporate box to house themselves in. When there's not a big game in town.
Yeah, that'll never
Well,
happen.
I've got an innovative solution that they can work on that has nothing to do with homeless people, but they could keep the showbox in virtual reality for posterity.
That would
So
be cool.
we could have our cake and eat it too. We could tear it down, build ugly looking housing, and we could go into the virtual world and experience the showbox as we remembered it.
Like perfectly preserved,
Yeah.
every detail.
Spared no expense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Even like the details of like just waiting like 30 minutes to close my tab and all that
Yeah.
fun, cool stuff. Waiting outside in the line at the security check for like 2 hours. Cool. Yeah.
Sounds great.
But like I said, that's if we're lucky. We'll get virtual reality. What was it called in Ready Player One?
The Oasis.
The Oasis. We'll get an Oasis.
Showbox Oasis. Yeah.
It will be nothing. I'm very confident in this because
Just
homelessness
zero.
is fucking complicated. Government is nothing like business. These people are going to get frustrated and bored and move on. And
That's so true.
that's the end of it.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
but
when
they'll-
the actual solutions are just off the table from the beginning, then yeah.
I can't wait to see the dashboard though. Like it is. That's so like. Side story here. That's sort of my life in like data solutions. Is like there's people that actually solve the problem and do the work, and then there are the people that make the dashboard. And these people are like the orcs, basically. But everyone loves the dashboard, so they're like, they're like held in high esteem, because they're the visual guys or whatever. They're the wizards of the. and it's always the dumbest fucking fuck up. Like dashboard systems suck. You can't customize anything. It aggregates. It does exactly what you don't want it to do. You can't order anything. So I just can't wait to see the piece of shit dashboard. I'm just hoping we at least get a dashboard. That's all I want. Just one dashboard.
There will be dashboards.
You heard it here. You guys could volunteer, the two of you.
I'm not on the council.
No, I mean,
We
like,
could start our own
maybe
tech-
they'll
we
be
could be
hiring.
tech giants.
Guys, you could write up like a pitch for a dashboard and just be the first to bring it to them. Like, listen, we need to get working on this dashboard now. You
Well-
bring us the data. We'll have a dashboard to plug it into.
I have an idea for a dashboard already, which is every time that Mayor Durkan attends a sporting event, we store that tweet for posterity. So,
That just sounds like a Tumblr.
well, we could do counts of what team she's visited the most, what sports she seems to like the most,
Just
Time of day, stats.
shots of her in different jerseys.
how the teams do when she's there. Or not
Oh,
there.
It's a fantasy thing. Yes,
This is innovation, Greg.
fantasy mares.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit, that's real. Okay, episode title idea: Dashboard Confessional.
Yeah, that's perfect.
The opening theme music will be some real good emo shit from.
Hi, it's Colin. We forgot to do the plugs again. So if you're not doing it already, please follow us on Twitter at Seattle Sucks Pod, and please subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, or check us out on our website at seattle.sucks. Thank you for listening.